Let me tell you a story about how this powerful lake called Milania changed a 100 years tradition of this rigid kingdom. The lake could show people their future and guide them through life. It helps your life for good. Although it could cause havoc if it is abused. But only the rich and the elite family were allowed to go close to it. The poor who lived in simple huts were never allowed to see the lake or use it. To the poor, it was a myth, although some servants of the rich can testify that it exists for real. The name of the kingdom is Okoloma. The kingdom was divided. The rich stayed rich and the poor stayed poor. The gap between them was huge and they never mixed for any reason. It is so bad that if for any reason an hybrid is born from a rich and a poor background, the child is killed, but those who rebelled would be banished. If a parent is refusing the death of the child, he or she will be banished alongside the child. This makes them believe that the land is cleansed from curse. Brianna, the emperor's daughter, is a loner. She is so lonely, making her spend most of her time in the lake asking about her future and the future of their land, and many questions. Again, because she is lonely. She is the only child, no siblings to share happy moments with. She has always dreamed to have a big family of her own. Though this lake has never revealed anything to her, for every time she visits, it shows blank and unclear images, which made her more invested and curious. So one fateful day, she went to the lake and she asked, "Gracious lake, show me my path for directions and guidance." This time, the lake showed her something and spoke. "You will be a mother to a very handsome boy, but you have only one fruit to bear." And so she asked about directions and guidance to the gracious lake. And the lake said, "Be careful who you conceive for, because you can't do it wrong." She felt so sad, because she has always wanted a big family because of her lonely childhood. She was like, okay, at least there would be a continuation in my lineage, and it would be a boy, a handsome boy at that. On this beautiful day, a woodworker came to the Grand Emperor home to fix some of the roof that was destroyed by the storm the previous night. He was so handy, handsome, and strong. Brianna was looking around as usual, looking for who to converse with. Before I continue, she is known to always speak and chat with her servants, slaves, guards, and even cooks. All efforts to stop her since childhood was to no avail, so this is nothing new. She carefully watched him work. She was drawn to him and kept. They started spending time together every time it comes to fix things. By the end of the season, they have become so close and soon fell in love. They started exchanging letters and meeting secretly. She has made up her mind that she would marry from her social class and give birth to her only child, and after that, continue her affair with the woodworker, whose name, by the way, is Johnson. Nothing could ever go wrong with this plan. So they kept saying, and soon after, she got carried away and took him to the lake out of love. Not once, not twice, that he now knows his way around the grand palace. They continued recklessly and she fell pregnant. What a disaster! Getting pregnant before marriage and also getting pregnant for a commoner. What a disgrace to her family and an abomination. Brianna was in despair. Her plan had gone south. It felt like the whole world was against her. Abortion is not an option. There is no way she would wipe out her bloodline, knowing fully well the consequences. What could she possibly do? She started ignoring Johnson. She was trying to figure whether or not to tell him. She could not confide in anyone, not a single soul. One day, Jason mustered the courage to go to the grand home on the pretense that he wanted to inspect his work. He saw her and asked why she was avoiding him. She couldn't speak, but just expressed a very sad face. Eventually, she opened up to him, and they went to the lake together to seek answers. They were desperate. The lake didn't give answers, but revealed a secret, that Johnson is not entirely from the lower class, but an hybrid that was snuck back into the kingdom by an hunter, and that his biological father was from an elite family, and they should do all it takes to make sure that the child was bettered in the kingdom, because that would be the beginning of a new era.